flex, fresh, 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 flex, fresh, Helmets, left, got with cafe breath.
You cannot. Okay.
Holy Spirit,
They better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey.
Activate. Let's go. Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh no.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Activate.
Hey, hey,
Let's go.
they say I ain't saved cause I cuss a little bit. But you're the only judge that I need and that's it. They always in my business cause they say I backslid. They read the Holy Bible but they ain't applying it. So Holy Spirit activate. If you do it right now, that would be great. I ain't trying to smack this chick in the face. Don't you see me down here trying to change my way. So
Holy Spirit,
you better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey, hey, hey.
You cannot. Okay.
Holy Spirit,
They
activate.
better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You
activate.
better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey.
Activate. Let's go. Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh no.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Activate.
Hey, hey,
Let's go.
they say I ain't saved cause I cuss a little bit. But you're the only judge that I need and that's it. They always in my business cause they say I backslid. They read the Holy Bible but they ain't applying it. So Holy Spirit activate. If you do it right now, that would be great. I ain't trying to smack this chick in the face. Don't you see me down here trying to change my way. So
Holy Spirit,
you
activate.
better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit, activate.
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey, hey, hey.
You cannot.
I was coming. I was working late. So I was coming, whatever. So hair flip. Hi to all of the patient people. Welcome to the show. All the people that were impatient, oh well. Welcome back to the SeanDavieWay show. So I love you guys. I love you all. Thank you so much again for your support. Hit the like. Sorry, about 200 y'all in the building. So y'all need y'all to hit the like. Hurry up. This is y'all right up in here nosy. Hit the like. Real nosy like. Boop. So hair flip, because I will go get Michael Jackson. I go get her. I'll go get her. Hit the like. Hit the like. It's a lot of teeth missing through a track. Okay? So hair flip. Hit the like. All right? And now y'all see my title. And in my title, it's a title. Like literally. I'm not calling Nicki a granny. Like you go look at any of my platforms. I'm not calling her granny. Like I don't call her granny. I don't do that right. But it is trending on Twitter. So that it's trending like on Twitter. So that's why I wrote it, because it's like on Twitter. Like it's literally a hashtag. So if you go over there on Twitter and you hashtag no Grammy for Granny, Miss Onika is gonna pop up. Okay. So you know, just like it's giving, you know, like this is the same thing. They have it trending. I don't have it trending. Now, do I find it hilarious? To a certain degree. I kind of find it funny just because it like rhymes. So, but like I don't take it as like a literal sense. I don't look at Nicki as a granny. Okay, does that make sense? Because I don't look at her that way. I don't look at her as like a granny, you know, like right. But on Twitter, they call her Onika a granny. All right. So hair flip. So we're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into Nathaniel Leakes. Okay, Nene Leakes. Her man is almost single. Almost, not yet, but almost. And then Kandi Burris. Kandi Burris done set up the girl from Xscape, Latasha Scott, my girl. And so we're gonna talk about that and some more things. So before we get into the Grammys, because I do have a question, like when we do get to the Grammy part, because I see all of this outrage, you know, about Nicki not being nominated. I'm just like, okay, well, why is everybody mad at these people but not mad at these people? You know, like Barb's, focus. You know, like you guys normally do Barb's. I'm gonna need you guys to focus. So we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that. I feel like the Barb's is mad at the wrong people. Okay, so we're gonna get into that. But before we do, let's get messy with these hot topics. We got a couple cute hot topics beforehand. Y'all know we're in no rush. We're in no rush to get to the Grammys. So it's getting messy. Shout out to the neighborhood talking. Now look at this. Now look. Ho, ho, ho. Kandi slept with Atlanta Burris. It's getting messy. Latasha says other Xscape members didn't give her the memo on the red carpet look. Says there's more to this than people know. Kandi tells her to stop putting out false narratives. Kandi's favorite word, narratives. Her favorite damn word. So hair flip. So Kandi slept with everyone in Decatur, Burris. Girl, she allegedly was the one who didn't give Latasha Scott, my girl, one night stand. You say you're having a baby. Flopped. But my girl, Latasha Scott, y'all, the lead singer of the group of Xscape, she said she didn't get the memo on how these built bad hoes was gonna be dressed on this red carpet. She said that Tiny Oink Oink Harris did not call her, and I guess her fluffy sister Tamika didn't call her either. So she showed up looking like a Christmas ornament over there in that gold, and everybody else looked. The other three ladies is in sync. They're trying to let Tasha know that she's not part of the group no more. They just don't know how to tell her because she keeps showing up to all the rehearsals. And oh my goodness, she keeps showing up to all the rehearsals. And they don't want her there. So, here, Flip, shout out to my girl Tasha for the super sticker. Hey, girl, I love you too. Thank you so much for the super sticker. Yes, Oink Oink Harris. Tiny Oink Oink Harris. So, yay. So, now they didn't get a girl the memo because this is just at the Soul Train Awards. And now they all showed up, but then my girl Latasha Scott, she showed up in gold. They in silver and gold. I'd rather have Jesus than silver and gold. But so she looked throwed off in the picture. You know, it looked like she came there like I'm David Ruffins and this is Temptation. Like that's how it looked. But it's really not like that, you know. That's how it looked, but it's not. So hair flip. So y'all, because Latasha, I don't like it just as ugly. She came in this mustard gold, and the other ladies is all, up there. Look at how they looking real. Kandi look fresh off the table. So gone, y'all. But Latasha, look at her. She is the eyeball out. Now, Latasha said in this statement, y'all, that it's myrrh to this story. It's myrrh to this story. And I know what it is. Let me pull it up. Let me show you what it is. Now, back in the day, if you didn't know, Xscape used to punch, kick, bite, and pinch on each other. Okay? Did you at least pinch the bitch? Situations that they used to have, right? So back in the day, Latasha Scott and her sister, Tamika, girl, they whooped Kandi ass. Girl, back in the day, because they sisters, Tamika and Latasha, girl, they sisters. So, girl, one of the sisters ran up on Kandi, which it was Latasha. Okay, Latasha ran up on Kandi, y'all, and was putting her was putting her foo-fights on Kandi, right? And then Tamika jumped in a fight too. They woke Kandi out in that studio. They had Kandi legs flying all over. One shoe over here, one shoe over there, eyelash over here, girl, nails over there. They woke Kandi out in that studio. Yesterday. Now they beat her up, Lord. And they beat her because they don't like her. They didn't like her. And she was being a she was being a so she's being a slut. And allegedly, Kandi was sleeping with Kandi, I'm gonna tell it. Kandi was allegedly sleeping with Jermaine Dupri. Now, Jermaine Dupri brought them out. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Now, and Kandi, she's sitting over there in the front of the microphone. Keeping on. Sleeping with Jermaine. Now, that's what happened. Oh my goodness. Yes. Y'all. So yeah. So y'all didn't know that they was over there fighting. They was over there wow. They was over there fighting, y'all. And allegedly, Kandi was sleeping with Jermaine Dupri, right? So she slept with the boss. And they felt like she was getting special privileges, especially Tamika. But it's like, Tamika, girl, you still in the group and you pregnant. Girl, you pregnant. You holding the group, they gotta wear big clothes and stuff because all y'all pregnant. After saying just stop and bopping. Y'all just pregnant. TLC dressed like that because they wanted to, but y'all dressed like this because all y'all sitting over here pregnant at the same time. Tiny pregnant, and the sister Tamika pregnant, all them things over there pregnant. Okay, so y'all got special privileges. So Kandi was like, look, I'm not pregnant. So I need some other type of privileges. Okay, so Kandi was like, sleep with your man. So they got into it about it in the studio. They got into it about it. Yes, they did. Allegedly. And they got into it in the studio, and then they start fighting, girl. Then Latasha, you know, they have to, because Kandi was getting real slick at the mouth with them teeth. She was over there getting real slick at the mouth when she done already slept with basically everybody. So it's just like, girl, shut up, like, girl. And she didn't want to be quiet. So then Tamika was like, wow, Tamika fired on her. Latasha. Latasha fired on her like, bam. You know what I'm saying? And then the other sister was like, bam. And then they were, then Kandi was, stop. So they beat her up in the studio. Kandi get over it. And then it was the time to where Kandi got into another fight. And that was with Tamika. Her and the sister, not Latasha, she didn't get into the Latasha had this was a Tamika girl. Tamika fired on Kandi herself because they became tired of her. Oh, she always crying. All of they stick at that. So Tamika fired on her. Not Tiny, not her, the sister. Tamika stopped. She fired on her. Wow. She fired on because she was sick of her. So that after she had fired on Kandi, girl, Kandi gonna say that they tore the room up. No, girl, they tore that room up, flailing you around that damn room, Kandi, girl. Because you lost all of the fights. And then Kandi and Tamika, now Tiny, this is what Tiny tried to make it seem like they just slapped each other. No, y'all did not. Kandi had got fired on by Tiny. Yes, by Tiny. Tiny fired on Tamika. Kandi fired on her. And then Kandi swung back at her, but she missed because she weak. And Tiny was pregnant at that time. Was I mean? So Kandi was swinging on pregnant women. Absolutely. Kandi, you're a baby fighter. You absolutely are. So let's read this because Kandi said it was her own big teeth. Now let's get into it. We tore that room up. Kandi slept with Atlanta Burris. Gets Kandi about physical brawl with mystery escape group member. Now she tried to make it a mystery, but it ain't no mystery that you got beat up in the studio, girl. It ain't no mystery that you kept getting beat up like that. That's it, because you ain't beat up nobody. You lost all of the fights. So yeah. So Kandi Burris may shed tears all the time when she's angry. The lies. But she's also not afraid to open up a can of whoop cry because if provoked, because when Nene was in your face, you should have got that elk out your face, girl. But the start is close. She did just that decades ago when she got into a heated argument with one of Xscape's group members, and things quickly went off the rails. This is what Kandi Slept with Atlanta Burris said. She said, I was arguing with one of my members. She swung on me. No, she fired on you. Stop making it seem like people miss. She hit you. She absolutely did. She hit me is what she meant to say. And she said, we tore that room up. She said they tore that room up. No, they tore that room up with shit is what happened, girl. And you ain't got over Kandi on how they used to beat you up. Like, girl, stop. Every group member in Xscape beat you up. Every single last one. Every group member in Xscape fired on you. Every single one of them. Fact. A fact. Every group member hit her. Every group member hit her. It wasn't no group member in Destiny's Child that hit Beyonce. That Houston was giving something, because ain't none of Latoya ain't never said nothing about fine on her. Latavia ain't never said nothing about fine on her. They ain't throw no chicken at Beyonce. They ain't do none of that. Nope, they ain't 3LW the situation with Beyonce, none of that. Beyonce, Solange, and Tina was ready to do anything, and it goes down. Type of situation. Y'all saw how Solange was in that elevator. So you know, here flip. So yeah, so every group member hit her, y'all. Yes, y'all, they beat her. They all beat her up. So let's keep getting into this because this is juicy. So she says when she was, and this is when she was on The Real. Okay, Bird says during a past visit on the talk show The Real that recently resurfaced. I mean, tore the whole room up. Tore up the keyboards. That's when they took that keyboard and cracked it on top of Kandi head. They broke that keyboard on her back. You know, all of that, girl. But Bird wasn't trying to name names about who she got physical with yet, because she ain't trying to get beat up all over again. Because she's trying to make it look like she held her own in that fight, knowing she got beat up, knowing she got handed that big old fake ass, knowing that that's what happened, girl. So she said she only said that her pal and bandmate Tamika Tiny Harris knows about it and clarified it was not Tiny who had the beatdown with her. So the only thing she clarified, Kandi slept with Atlanta Burris, clarified is that fight wasn't with Tiny. It wasn't with her. I'll say that. Yeah, because some sisters had already drug you all around that room. They jumped you, and Tamika beat you up by herself. You know, so, and then Tiny fired on you. You know, so it's just like, yeah, okay, well, you know, you got beat up, you know, often. Because if I would have won, I would have been like, yes, I got into, I had to wear out a couple of my group members. Yes, I had to toss a few of them bitches in the bushes. I sure did. I had to handle hoes. I had to regulate. Yay, yay, yay. I had to do that. Like, because that's what I would say. I'm Natalie Nunn and I run LA. Woo. So, okay, right here. Okay. So, clarifying time be now. Okay. That led hosts and the audience to deduce it was one of the sisters, Latasha Scott or Tamika Scott, who was involved in the brawl. Kandi slept with Atlanta Burris, quote, for some reason, I had multiple situations in my group where we had, even Tiny and I had a little fight one time. Burris continues. It was funny. No, it wasn't funny when she fired on you. It wasn't nothing funny at that time when Tamika Oink Oink Harris fired on you, girl. Now, you weren't laughing then. Was you a hit? Was you get it when she popped you? Were you giggling in? I don't think so. So don't try to make it seem like dumb it down, because Tiny Tamika Oink Oink Harris, she tried to do the same thing on Vlad. Now, if y'all go listen to Vlad, Tiny talks about this same situation that Kandi slept with Atlanta Burris has said, y'all. But Tiny tried to make it look like it was she just slapped her, and then she slapped her back. You know, type of situation. You lying. You fired on Kandi, and Kandi swung on you, but she missed because she was already crying, so she couldn't see because she cries. You know, that's what she does. Come a little bit closer so I can hit you in the eye. So here flip. So that's what had happened. Kandi slept with Decatur Burris. Girl, stop it. It was not funny when you got fired on. Stop it. You was not laughing. You tried it. So guys, let's keep going. So yes, so y'all, she fought Tiny, she fought the sisters. Girl, it was just a woman. Kandi slept with Decatur, Georgia ass left and right out. The group was just handing her fake ass. So yes, let's get back to it. So she said she added that she doesn't throw the first punch, but if you come at me, I'm going in. This was so bad. I hate to tell y'all this. Tiny was pregnant when she swung on me, and I swung on her back. So again, when Tiny said on Vlad, because you go listen to Vlad, Tiny said that it was a slap. It was not a slap. She said swung. Everybody, but we know as a Black community, was swung me. Like, oh, she swung on me. He swung on me. Like that swung on him. This ain't swinging on my body. That's she tried to slap me. Like trying to get me for my pimp juice. She pow. You know, like that. That's completely different. You know, but swinging on and then you say you swung back on. You know, type of situation. That those are punches. You know, like, girl, stop it. So Tiny hits you in your mouth. She hits you all up in right here. Yes. And then you swung back on. You swung back on. But you ain't say you get that it attached. So that's like you was already crying when she hit you in your mouth, Kandi girl. You I can't believe we supposed to be having a nail shot. Why would you do this? We supposed to be girls. We supposed to be sisters. So yes, hair flip. So it wasn't funny then, Kandi girl. You tried it. So and she said that woman was pregnant, y'all. Kandi, you a bad person. So Tiny was pregnant when she swung on me and I swung on her back. Burrs embarrassingly admits it was so terrible. I love her to death, but I feel like if you come at me, I'm coming at you. I'm sorry. That one got broken up real quick. Again, so how do we know that you hit her back? I need to know that. I need to know that you got your leg back. And from what it sounded like, you didn't get your leg back. It sounded like she fired on you, and then as soon as you got close, it was already, you know, Kandi girl. You supposed to beat up Tamika still. You supposed to beat up Tiny still. Girl, get her. Just snatch her up real quick. You will feel better. You will. You absolutely will. You will feel better. And you need to get Latasha Scott along and wear her ass out. You need to get Latasha Scott by herself and wear her out one good time. And then I think y'all be good. Y'all next album will be great. Y'all next album will be great. You might need to trample on her bones a little bit, you know, and then you'll feel a little bit better, you know. Let her be your human trampoline. You know, girl, you might have to wear her out one time, you know, tell her to meet you somewhere real quick. She come in, turn off the light and just, you know, get your ones, girl, get your ones. Kandi, you'll do your ones. And you might want to snatch up the Tamika Scott too. You might want to snatch her up too. You might want to invite her to churches or something one night, make sure it's dark. As she get out the car, as soon as the car door open, just run up and just start hitting on top of her head and stuff like that. You might need to get your ones. Like, and then I think all of y'all will be like way more in sync if you get your ones back. Because the group been beating you up since the 90s and you're over it. And you're over it. So yeah, so that's what my girl Latasha Scott meant right here. Let's go back to that talk. What she meant right here when she said that more to this than people know. Yeah, we know. Y'all been beating her up for years. So, because again, if Tamika Scott, which is Latasha's sister, if she got the memo, why wouldn't she give it to her sister? Why would she feel more spite towards Kandi than she feel, you know, or any of the other group members than she does her own sister? Because it's just like, well, your sister didn't even give you the memo. So how are you mad at Kandi or Tiny on Harris when your own sister didn't give you the memo? Like, that's your sister. So if she don't feel inclined to tell you, why should I? I'm gonna look at it as a group member. I mean, well, we told your sister. We told your sister. Like, y'all talk. Like, girl. So I would be mad at my sister, honestly. Before I would be mad at any of the other group members, is how I feel. Because I mean, that's your whole sister. You know, that's a little different with somebody like not giving you information versus to distant friends. Because just because they're in a group does not mean that they're besties. You know, all four of these women have lives, different lives, and whatnot. I think all of them are married, and all of that too. So again, why would Latasha not be mad at anybody other than her sister? Yeah, I would be very mad. So let's get into this quick and move on. So Latasha Scott says, still on a high from last night. So grateful to receive the Lady Soul Award. To still be embraced after 29 years is very humbling. Thank you to all of the Xscape fans who supported us throughout the years. And thank you to BET for giving us our flowers. Make sure to tune in to Soul 21. Okay. And then she says, sorry, I didn't get the memo, but everyone still looked amazing. So, I flew past it. So, of course, Kandi had to jump in and say at Latasha Scott, the only thing for people to know is that you chose to have a separate stylist from the rest of the group. You chose to separate yourself. Do not blame us for that. Stop continuing to put out false narratives. So Latasha put up the messages from the stylist that styled the other women as well, to style the group, and said, what is the color scheme for the red carpet? He said, no scheme. I would just say now black. I'm sure he meant to say no black. Just solid color. I think just glamorous and long. And she said, I was just thinking cohesive picture, but gotcha. I will be in a gown of some sort. So Kandi, again, that's her favorite word, false narrative. No, that's not a narrative. That's the stylist. That's the stylist that all of you guys had. That wasn't a different stylist from, she got a different stylist because of the stylist told her that pretty much free for all, just stay away from these colors. But other than that, make sure it's a gown, and whatnot. And she said, I was thinking cohesive, like as a group, what is the scheme, for like everyone, what is the color? Like, no color, no nothing like that. Okay, so why wouldn't she get a stylist and just be like, okay, put me in a gown? It can, just stay away from black, and whatnot. And other than that, we're good, So of course, what Kandi, like, you use a different stylist. Well, if your stylist would have gave her more information or said like, hey, I have them dressed in this, what can you get something similar to this? So would you like me to find you something, whatnot, blah, blah, blah. The stylist didn't do that. So the stylist dropped the ball. She didn't. So it made it look like she was coming to the awards to stand out from y'all deliberately. Like, I might, and that's not what she was going for, at all whatsoever. So to her surprise to come there and all three of you are dressed in sync, cohesive. All of you are in sync, when I get here, and I feel odd, now standing next to y'all, because I'm throwing the whole picture off. I'm throwing the whole picture off, type of situation. Like, you stand out like a sore thumb, and she absolutely did in the photograph. She did stand out like a sore thumb. I mean, it's kind of hard not to pay attention to the fact that her dress is completely different and different color, all of that from everyone else. It's hard not to pay attention to that. Yeah. So she didn't lie. Shout out to Latasha Scott. That's why I said she was telling the truth, because she's like, no, this is the stylist. He didn't say nothing about y'all being dressed like that in that color, nothing. He didn't say that. This is what he said. So that's how I came. Like, what's the problem here? Like, what narrative? What am I going with, Kandi? Because say something now, Kandi. Because when she can make something look like a false narrative, she hurry up and comes, the lies. You can't get her to shut up. But now that Latasha dropped the receipt, like, look, what you got to say about this? Still a narrative? Still false? Still just trying to make you guys look like bad people? Like, no. If anything, he dropped the ball. Like, don't say I did. Like, I was still cute. Y'all tried it. So, yeah, moving right along. So, shout out to my girl, Latasha Scott. Kandi, gross. Absolutely. So, 21 Savage has been in the news a lot lately. One of the blogs, I should say, not the actual news, because, I mean, gross. He said, Savage said, I would never disrespect Nas or any legend who paved the way for me. Y'all be trying to take stuff and run with it. So he was on Clubhouse, 21 Savage, and he said that Nas is not relevant. Basically, within this moment in time, he was just like, he's just pretty much still around because he has a loyal fan base. And that's the same argument that a lot of people have also had about Little Kim. I left in the wood. So let's get into what 21 Savage said on Clubhouse about Nas. That's what he said about Nas.
I don't feel like he's relevant. I just feel like he got.
No, none of them are relevant.
Man,
I don't feel like Nas is relevant.
Coogee Rap and Kane dropped the project, and that shit was ass.
Hold on. Who said none of them are
One
relevant?
mic, one mic, one mic.
One mic,
No,
That's
no,
not
no,
what he said.
no,
One mic.
no,
He's not relevant. He just has a loyal ass fan base.
Thank you.
He just has a loyal fan base that and he still make good ass music. But
They don't
like
have a core fan
relevant,
base, bro.
what y'all saying relevant though? I don't feel like he's relevant. I just feel like he got
none of them are relevant.
Man,
I don't feel like Nas is relevant.
Coogee rapping Kane dropped the project and that shit was ass.
Hold on. Who said none of them are
One
relevant?
mic, one mic, one mic,
Nas not
please. One
relevant,
mic,
21?
no,
That's
no,
how we
it
said.
isn't.
One mic.
No, one mic.
No, he's not relevant. He just has a loyal ass fan base.
Thank you.
He just has a loyal fan base that and he still make good ass music. But
They don't
like
have a core fan base, bro.
what
Now, I will say this: 21 Savage is barely relevant himself. Thank God for Drake 21, because if not for Drake, you wouldn't be either. Like, would you be discussed? Yes. But would you be charting, especially how you're charting right now? No. You absolutely would not be. You'd still be on the charts here and there and whatnot, come up quick and then fall off really fast, or jump quick to like close to the top 21, or maybe top 10. But other than that, it's just like you fall right back to the wayside because you're becoming old news too. So that one thing that I will say about you, 21, like, we're not going to make it seem like you're one of the most relevant rappers, that ever did it, or relevancy, even within this moment, for you to be one of the most talked about rappers. You're not. The main reason you are being discussed is because this new album that you and Drake just dropped, and the controversy coming from the album. But again, more controversy is coming on Drake's end than it is on yours, 21. The Megan Thee Stallion situation about who Drake was talking about, and whatnot, blah, blah, blah. But when it comes to 21 and what he said on the album, it hasn't really been discussed. So again, thank Drake for keeping you relevant within this moment. But going back to what 21 said, I'm not going to disagree with him. And the reason why I'm not going to disagree with him is because Nas within this moment is not a current relevant rapper. He absolutely is not. I think people confuse legend with current. Legend means that, from your time to now, you're still mentioned and whatnot. You've done a lot for the game. You sold a lot of records. You made certain things mainstream. You did a lot. But within this moment, on the charts, are you on it? No. Are you on a tour? Did you just drop an album? Did you this? Did you that? No. Like, Nas is working on other stuff. He's doing other things. He's not really focused, like on music or anything to be competing with anybody on the charts, or anything like that. So that is true. Currently, is Nas a current relevant rapper? No. Is Nas a legend? Yes. Is Nas talented? Yes. But is he current? No. He does not have anything like literally current in 2021, 2022 that like a brand album, something that has dropped to where he would be charting, streaming, anything like that. So no, currently, is he doing anything rap wise? No. He isn't. He's talking about current. This is not just an in general. And it's the same thing with Lil' Kim. That's why I think a lot of Lil' Kim fans get it confused, with the legendary versus current. Currently, Lil' Kim is not on top of anybody's charts. She doesn't have a new album out, a new body of work, nothing like that. She doesn't have anything like that. So is she a legend? Yes, legendary, very so much. But is she current right now? No. Anybody that's going around singing Lil' Kim songs are more so older songs that they are singing, but with this new generation and whatnot, they're not bumping Lil' Kim. Like they absolutely aren't, especially anything current. That's not no. But back in the day, yeah, that music, yeah, of course, that's still being bumped by a lot of her hardcore fans. No different than Nas. A lot of his music, his fan base is solid. He has a solid fan base. So that's what could keep him current. So if Nas dropped an album right now, would it get attention and whatnot? Absolutely. Would he sell? Yeah, but would it be like the rappers that are doing it right now? Probably not. He probably wouldn't stream as high as them, and I think that's another reason why Jay-Z kind of plays the background, because when Jay-Z does drop, he does make noise, but charting, Jay's not necessarily like doing that within this generation. It's a whole new world. So it's the same thing with Nas. It's a whole new world, out here being in the rap game. And with 21 saying that, I agree that Nas isn't a current relevant rapper. Like Eminem, to me, he is a legend, as one of the first white boys to me to really get respect, rapping. But he's not a current rapper. Like, no, he's not currently dropped a body of work that's competing with anybody. So he doesn't have any relevancy right now. Like, no, what is Eminem's relevance besides what he's done, not what he's doing? And that's what 21's saying. We know what Nas is done, but he's not doing, anything, right now. I'm not on the charts right now competing with a Nas, or anything like that. So he's not relevant, like especially within today's current rap culture. He's not. Now if you're gonna bring up legendary rappers and stuff like that, and ones that, yeah, the Nas gonna come up, and Tupac's and the Biggies and the Kims and the Nickies and so many other different people, whose names are gonna come up, when you say that. But that isn't that conversation. Current versus legend, two different things. Little Kim, legend. Current, she's not. Nas, legend. Current, he's not. So it's just like, no, he ain't doing nothing. So moving right along from that, but I will let me get into some of y'all comments because comments is moving fast. Ooh. Kim is the queen bee, and that's the thing. When conversations are being brought up like that, no one's taking a crown. No one's taking a crown at all. But there is who was queen, like Queen Elizabeth was queen. She's not queen. She's not reigning queen. She's if that's who reigning versus was. She's always going to be a queen. I mean, she's always going to be, but she's not the only one. You got Queen Latifah and so many other different people that paved the way for a Little Kim to even matter in the first place. And it's fine to not acknowledge those people, but when it comes to certain rappers, they have to be acknowledged. You can't leave them out of the conversation when it's disrespectful to leave people like MC Lyte and Salt and Pepper and so many other different women, that came forward and paved the way for even those people. But people want to go back as far as their memory and say that, oh, Little Kim, you got to give her credit for that. Then why doesn't anybody get credit that did anything before her? I don't understand that. If Missy Elliott had to pay homage, if Lil' Kim had to pay, if so many different women have to pay homage, then it's like cut off at a line. It's like Little Kim and after. Other than that, it's like before Little Kim, it doesn't matter. Like none of those people, none of the work that they put in, that those women did matters. Although you have people like, especially people like Queen Latifah, who really paved the way for female rap in general. For the Brats and the Left Eyes and the anybody else that was going to come in the 80s, 90s era that was going to come out. Queen Latifah definitely wrote that red carpet out for y'all. Salt and Pepper, the being sexy and sexual, wrote that out for y'all. When no Little Kim, when Salt and Pepper was coming out doing their thing, being sexy and sexual, pushing sexy rap, there was no Little Kim like that. So, but again, we have to cut all those people like Roxanne, none of those people matter. We just have to pay homage from Little Kim after, but nobody else matters. We don't have to pay, because those women did nothing, so everything they did is in vain because we need to pay attention to what Little Kim did for bringing the slope culture. We have to thank Little Kim, we can't body anybody else, even the ones that was out around the same time. Like even the little Charlie Baltimore's and the Foxy Browns, and people like that. Those people don't matter. Little Kim and it's just like, okay. I guess they don't realize, I guess people don't realize how many people that they're discrediting by just only focusing on certain people when so many people have came through to pave the way, women and men, that have came the way to pave the way, I should say, for rappers to do their thing right now. So on both ends, female rap and the male rap, so we got to credit everyone, instead of just certain people. It's like Little Kim up, nobody else matters though. Nobody else was an inspiration. Nobody else did anything. They were all trash. They non-existent. But these people, this is like, what? Okay, like all of them deserve homage. Every single last one of them. Not just certain people, and that's what drives me nuts. Because if it was not for Little Kim, Queen Latifah, especially doing shows like Living Single, and stuff like that to push the Khadijah look, and she just did so much for the hip hop culture. Like she absolutely did. Opened up so many different doors for people to act, even male rappers. Queen Latifah opened up the door for a lot of male rappers to get into acting and movies and, you know, stuff like that. Like, she's done a lot. She absolutely has, but she's completely overlooked. You know, it's all she done did for hip hop. And, you know, Little Kim on, you know, the slut culture on, you know, because that's, you know, Little Kim definitely embodied the slut culture. Like, she absolutely did. Like, that's where the real homage is coming. The music she had at that time and the sluttiness. I mean, other than that, I mean, the fashion. Move right along. So, Alexis Scott. So y'all know Donald Trump is running for president again, right? Are you guys voting for Donald Trump? So Alexis Scott, the coochie cucumber eater, posted him with the lady clapping at the bottom. So she's very excited. So she's definitely going to be voting for Trump. I said, I mean, why would we care about? I mean, she literally put a cucumber in her at a party in the public, like in her. Her opinion does not matter. Ever. Ever. No. She did it publicly. She put a cucumber. No. Her opinion her vote will never count in my book. It's people like her that make it hard out here for real women. So, yeah, gross. But I just wanted y'all to know that if you didn't know, that Donald Trump is announcing, is it tonight or tomorrow, that he is running for president again. And he can do it again because he only served one term, right? Because it's when you serve 2 terms, you can't serve after that. So he only served 1 term and got the boot. So that's why they try to take over the White House, you know, and all of that commandeer the White House. So yes, so he only did 1 term. So he can run again and serve another term. So he definitely can. But I wonder how that works. Like, can he serve another term after that? It was just like it's like done. You know, like after, because a lot of people are just gonna vote for him. Y'all already know the climate of this country right now, especially, a lot of people will vote for him. And it's a scary thought. But I mean, it is what it is. So but a lot of people will vote for him. I mean, he has won before. So it's not like, you know, it would never happen. Like if I was on the ballot, that ain't never happened. But with him on the ballot, he could win. He absolutely could win. Again, he definitely can. And I think he's gonna have a hard time with the nomination. I think he's gonna have a very hard time with that, based on his track record. And isn't he being indicted on things and whatnot? Can you run for president underneath investigation? Can you do that? Because I'm like, is they just gonna break the rules for him? Because last I checked, he's been indicted on things and whatnot, being taken to the big courts, not the little courts, federal court. So I'm just like, can you run if you are fighting charges? I'm like, can you even do that? I mean, I thought you have to be like clean, like, you know. Oh Lord, if you're white, you can. I cannot. They found nothing. What you mean they found nothing? Oh, not the black vote. He's definitely not gonna get that. At this point, the country is it's a little trash. It's a little trash. That's why he's running, so he stays out of. Yeah, but I was just confused by that. I'm just like, well, can he even run if he's like being indicted? You know, like he has literal federal charges against him right now. How is he able to run for president? Because if we had probation, we can't run. So, but you know, apparently they can move right along. So Nene Nathaniel Leakes, man, I'm not even about to try to say his name. Nanolija Sayol is officially filing for divorce. Okay. From his estranged wife. So I just found this weird. Now, Miss Close Your Legs to Marry Man. Now, Miss Close Your Legs to Marry Man. It's the hypocrites for me. It's the hypocrites for me. Because Nene, you literally said that a whole reunion to Kim Zolciak when she was with Big Papa. And Big Papa was not in a relationship with his wife anymore. They were separated, just not divorced on paper. And you all on the, you tell her close her legs to poke out to close your legs to marry man. But it's fine for you too. Like, I just don't understand that. Like, why is it okay, Nene, for you to sleep with a married man? But it was a problem for Kim Zolciak to sleep with one. Like, I don't understand that. Can you make that make sense, Nathaniel? Because I really don't get any Moose leaks. Elk, why folk come? Is it okay for you to sleep with a married man, but it's not okay for Kim to sleep with one? Why? Hurry up. Hurry up. You literally coined the phrase, close your legs to marry man. Everybody got to do that, but you? Because, I mean, we already were laughing at it because we all knew God rest Greg's soul, that he was married when he was sleeping with you. Well, you was a stripper, Nene? Yeah. Greg was a married man. He absolutely was. Not a happy one. Not happily, but he was married. He very so much was. So I always thought that was really weird. I'm like, girl, you act like you met Greg single. You were single. You were the only single person in the equation. Like, girl, you tried it. I'm just like, yeah, let's not act like you didn't meet him like this. There was a ring there. You're weird. And then you go on national TV and tell Kim Zolciak to close her legs to marry men. So is it only okay when you do it? That's what it's giving. No one can sleep with married men besides Nene, because only Nene is telling the truth about them really being separated. Because, I mean, it's the same thing. Kim said that Big Papa was separated. Yeah, on paper, he's married. Same thing with Nene right here. Okay? Why was Kim lying, but you telling the truth? The ring didn't mean a thing to you. Like Kandi said here, Flip. The ring didn't mean a thing to you. Girl, I'm telling you, yay. Nene, Elk, Nathaniel, you gotta answer that, girl. Why is it okay? Why folk come? Is it okay for you to sleep with married man, but it's not okay for nobody else to? Like, girl. Yes, Greg was very, very so much married when he met Nene as a stripper. He met Nene at the strip club. Her tall ass was in there dropping it low and picking it up like it was warm. And she absolutely was. She was up in that strip club with no booty, up there stripping. No ass. She literally. Nene was up there with no booty, stripping. And that's how she paid for her first titties. Because them wasn't looking right neither. So, yes, Nene was up there shaped like an egg, stripping. She absolutely was. Girl, that's what was going on. Nothing. More like snapping. They want give it no. Up the girl. She was up there with no booty on the pole. And Greg was watching her from afar, up there shaped like a grasshopper, dancing. And Greg liked it, all of that 6'8". He liked it, all of that. And Greg said, I'm taking you home. God rest his soul. Very married. While all of that was going on. So, yes, Nene, you're hypocritical. You were hypocritical. So, moving right along from that. So, let's get into these Grammy nominations. So, Lotto, Glorilla, I won't give a fuck tomorrow. Beyonce, my girl, Burger Lizzo, and more make the pop and rap nominees. I'm so happy for them. I absolutely am. Shout out to all of these women. They all deserve to be nominated. I don't care for the Grammys. I don't ever like watch them, or anything like that. So, but yeah, again, some people come into the industry and dream to win a Grammy, whatnot, especially as children until they get older and realize that the game really isn't there. But yeah, I mean, some people dream, and so who am I to tell them that Grammy doesn't mean anything? So shout out to them. Right, I'm happy. I won't give a fuck tomorrow. I'm happy for her. Go, Glorilla girl. Gone, girl. Ain't fucked up by no credit score. I took her nigga down. So, yay. So gone, Glorilla. I like her. I like her. I like her. So, yay. So, shout out to her, and she got her little Grammy nomination. Gone, girl. So, y'all think she deserved that? I think she deserved that. I'm not doing that. What I'm doing. That's how she. That's my song. I'm FREE. Ain't fucked up by no credit score. So that's my girl. I won't give a fuck tomorrow. I took her nigga down. So that's my girl. I like her. I like Glow. What? That's how she sounds. Y'all about to do me. Like, I'm not making fun of her. That's how she sounds. That's my girl. That's my girl. Ain't fucked up by no credit score. I won't give a fuck tomorrow. That's my girl. I like her. My goodness. That's my girl. And that's my song. I like that song. And I like I'm FREE nigga free. Like that. What's the problem? I don't get it. I don't get it. Y'all trying to just chat talk about some don't do her. Well, what? Y'all, we're not about to make her not sound like that. Like, that's what she sound like. That's why even niggas be in locker rooms. Because I mean, it's just like listen to one of the homies. She literally like one of the homies. So it's like, shout out to Glorilla. She lit. She lit. Like we that's my girl. So shout out to Glorilla, my girl. Hip flip, y'all tried it. Y'all tried it. So she got nominated for a Grammy. Best pop solo performance nominees, Harry Styles, because Harry Styles is gonna clean up at these Grammys. Y'all gonna be pissed. A lot of y'all gonna be pissed because damn near every slot that Harry Styles is in, he's like the biggest thing in America, the fucking world, right now. And he also in the Marvel movies and stuff like that. Like Harry Styles is cleaning up. So y'all gonna be pissed at these Grammys because he gonna win a lot of them. But so best pop solo is Harry Styles, Adele, Doja Elf, Steve Lacy. Who is that? My girl Burger Lizzo and Bad Bunny. Okay. I feel like that's gonna go to either Adele or Harry Styles. One or the other. One or the other. Best pop vocal album. Adele, ABBA, Harry Styles, Coldplay, Lizzo. Now look, I'm telling y'all, Harry Styles is gonna clean up. Okay, him and Adele, they are going to clean up, but Harry Styles especially. And then best dance electronic, Beyonce Renaissance. Who is that? Bono? Oh, whoever that. Bono. What? I don't know. Diplo. Odessa. Is it? Oh, yeah. Okay. Is that whatever? Rufus Duso. Who is these people? Who are these people? Best rap performance nominees: DJ Khaled, Big Ass, Doja Elf, Pusha P, Gunna, Future, Young Thug, Kendrick Lamar, and Glow. I'm FREEF nigga free. So my girl, Glow. Yes. And then it says best melodic rap performance, which Lotto stole last song, Big Energy. Future and Drake, Wait for You. And Tim's Baby. Tim's. Tim, I believe. Tim? Is it Tim? Yeah, whatever. Or Tim's or whatever. DJ Khaled. Why? Beautiful. Jack Harlow, Kendrick Lamar. Okay, I mean, I guess. Best Rap Album nominees go to DJ Khaled, Round Ass, Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, that's Kendrick Lamar. Come Home, The Kids Miss You, Jack Harlow. I Never Like You, at Future. And It's Almost Dry, Pusha T. Mm, mm, mm. What do y'all think of these nominees? What do y'all think of these nominees? Oh. Again, with the pop, I feel like Harry Styles is going to clean up. Like, mark my words, he is going to win a lot of awards. He's a front runner. Beyonce is nominated for a lot of Grammys. She's won so many of them though. So it's just, I mean, I'm sure she'll win one or two. I'm sure she will. They usually try to nominate Beyonce and people like that because they're trying to get the bigger stars, you know, like to actually come to the awards. Because honestly, don't get me wrong, I feel like Beyonce deserves her Grammys, but I feel like a lot of times they're just like nominating her just so she'll come. Just like, come and get your Grammy, girl. You know, because I mean, she has so many of them. So I'm sure Beyonce could care less about a Grammy, but or just an award in general. You know, I'm just sure she's won them all. You know, so it's just like, yeah, it's cute, but whatever. So, but yeah, I don't know. I don't. The list are okay. I mean, I feel like Kendrick Lamar, and now I don't know about the Drake with Future and Tennis Baby because the Grammys don't like Drake. The Grammys don't like Drake. When y'all got to remember, Drake went on stage at the Grammys and held a Grammy Award in his hand and said that it meant nothing. It meant nothing, is what Drake said with that Grammy in hand. So, yeah, because honestly, everywhere that Future and Drake is nominated, I feel like it should have been Nicki. You know, just my opinion. Those are probably going to be where they placed her in categories because Drake is not winning. They're not giving. No, they're not. They're not giving Drake a Grammy. As you see, Drake is consecutively on the charts with 2 albums, with Her Loss and the new album that he just did with 21 Savage. So Drake has plenty of work that could have been nominated. I don't even know if Drake even submitted anything. I don't even think he submitted anything. I believe that submission is from Future, you know, or Tim's people, one or the other. But I don't believe that it was Drake who did, because again, Drake has a lot of stuff he could have been nominated for, with especially Her Loss, you know, because Renaissance made it. Her Loss came out before Renaissance. Her Loss came out first, and then Renaissance came out after. So if Renaissance is nominated, then Her Loss should be nominated too, for plenty of things. It definitely should be. But I don't think Drake and his team submitted anything. I don't think they've done it in probably years, honestly, in my opinion. Because the only reason why Nicki was going to be up for nominations in the first place is because her team submitted tracks. Yeah, no. Yeah, my fault. Not Her Loss. You're right. You are absolutely right. The album that came out before that, the ones people weren't really feeling, because he has 2 consecutive albums out right now, right? Honestly, Nevermind came out first. Thank you. It was Honestly Nevermind. Drake, I see he like Prince with the music. He's like Prince with the music, you know. Somebody like Drake, you would expect to drop an album like here and there. We get an album from Drake like every 3 months. You know, like, we get an album from him like every 3 months. You know, like it's a lot. It's a lot, okay? It's absolutely, but you're right. Honestly, Nevermind came out first, correct. So yeah, it's and it's the names for me because it's like in the sentences. So it's just like, yeah, Drake pushing out albums like Nick Cannon pushing out Kids. Drake pushing out album like Nick Cannon pushing out Turn. So yeah, so the nominees to me is they're different. They're different. I didn't expect them to be as so. There's a lot of people I feel that should have been nominated that weren't. But hey, you know, life isn't fair. Life isn't fair. Um, but let's keep going. So Lotto on this stage performing. Lotto, please don't come to the Grammys. If the Grammys let you perform, please don't do this. Please don't do none of this, Lotto. I mean, I guess you're talented. I'm not gonna say you're a flop. I don't feel that way. But at the same time, it's just like her stage presence is horrible. Lotto is a bad performer. She absolutely is. So hopefully, if you're gonna come to the Grammys, girl, you bring a different type of energy. I get you got two left feet, and you can't really dance, you know, and stuff like that, girl. But please do something else because, girl, your stage presence is horrid. It's horrid. It's horrible, girl. Like we like to see jazz walks and commanding presence. Like we just want to see somebody running that stage, and she does not give that. She absolutely does not. And I like I say, you know, Lotto, she's cool for what she is, but I don't get her performance are horrible. Her performances are horrible. I've never seen a good performance from her. Even when she was just at the VMAs with Mariah Carey, and Mariah Carey came out and had to basically save the performance because it was trash. I'm just like, why is the performance so bad? I'm like, why is the performance so bad? But yeah, she needs to step her game up because I really hope she don't bring nothing like this to the Grammys. Because girl, you nominated, they may have you perform. They usually have a lot of the nominees perform. So yeah, I definitely think that yeah, because the Big D Energy, that song is the only thing that has been nominated. And that's another thing with Lotto. Lotto is riding this song till the wheels fall off. Lotto ride this song to the screws, the everything. I'm like, girl. This is still eligible to be nominated. Girl, you ride this song like no other. Like, girl, was she just accepted on an award or something for this? It's like she's never going into the studio again. It's like, I did it. I did it. I did it. But the thing about her riding this song's nuts is that it was already a hit. So when you have a familiar hit that you putting, you know, something on top of, it's already a hit. So you really ain't gotta do too much, you know, is what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like you like really riding this song because it's the melody of the song and everything that's gonna draw in both audiences. It's gonna draw in the new audience to the people that don't know Mariah's song, and it's gonna draw in the audience that do like Mariah's song because it's still reminiscent of her. Mariah Carey has a huge fan base. So the only thing that song to me shows, don't get me wrong, you know, shout out to Lotto, but it shows me that Mariah Carey is still very relevant. Very relevant. Like Mary J. Blige is nominated for a Grammy. I feel like if Mariah dropped a, you know, a recent album or anything like that, I feel like she would have been nominated too. She's still very relevant. Is all Big Energy says to me, because the whole song is screaming Mariah. It's a very mediocre song. It absolutely is. It's not like, you know, it's mediocre. Like, I mean, it really is. It's a very slow song. It's very repetitive. You know, so I mean, it's not like a really, really good track. Like it's not. It's just it's a good radio song. Like I would say that it's not hard to play that on the radio rap wise. It's very hopscotchish, you know. You know, it's not a, you know, a well thought out song, you know, and you know, yeah. I feel like it's a hit because it was already a hit. Yeah. I feel like it's a hit because it was already a hit. But yeah, so I just hope that she changes her performance energy because I mean the Grammys is a pretty big stage. So switch it up, girl. Switch it up, girl. Because this performance is not the greatest. I was like, and is she doing this to energy? But she wasn't. She was singing a different song. So, but yeah, shout out to Lotto and congratulations for your nomination. But I do feel like you're writing it. And she's also nominated for Best New Artist. Her and Money Long. Did they show the list? Yes. So Best New Artist nominees: Anita, at Amara Polo. This is a long list. Samara Joy, Money Long, Lotto. This is Manskin. The Wet Leg Band, not the Wet Leg Band, Dirty. Molly Tuttle and Toby. So, yays. So, shout out to them. Multiple awards. Do y'all? I don't know because some of these people I don't know, so I can't even judge this. I really can't. I feel like Money Long would deserve it over Lotto. I will say that because Money Long is talented, writer, singer, all of that. So I would definitely say that Money Long, like no hating or anything like that, just being real. I think that Money Long would deserve this award over Lotto. Absolutely, because Money Long is talented. She's very talented, beautiful songstress. So and ours was out of nowhere hit. You know, like that song just kind of came out of nowhere and it was just like boom. So yeah, and it's original. It's an original song. Big D Energy, Big D. That's not an original song. That is a copy paste. It's not original. But from the beat to everything about the song "Ours," when Money Long is original. Everything is new, fresh, and yeah. So I feel like she would definitely deserve it over Lotto. Now, if Lotto was being nominated for an original track, then yeah, then I'd be like, okay, shout out to her. But that song is an original. Definitely is not. But yeah, so moving right along. So Lotto said one thing about God. She said, I'm crying so bad right now. Never give up on your dreams. She gonna give up, but don't give up. So Summer Walker and her label are mad because they said that Summer Walker, anxiety having ass, don't want to come outside, don't want to shake nobody's hand, talk to the fans, nothing. Walker got snubbed. I don't feel that Summer got snubbed. I don't. And the reason I don't feel that Summer got snubbed is because one, Summer has the same sound. Summer has the same sound. Every album is the same thing. She's talking about basically the same shit. And can she stay off her back long enough to be able to walk across the stage not pregnant? I mean, girl. So Summer did not get snubbed. She probably just didn't submit the best songs. That's all. You don't get nominated just because you are who you are. You get nominated due to your submissions. And I don't feel like she's being snubbed. Is she a great artist? Absolutely. But again, it's not like her just because to me, Summer still gives hood anthems, not like more so of mainstream. I feel like she's going mainstream, but Summer Walker isn't like necessarily mainstream yet. Like, I mean, I feel like she's getting there. She keeps dropping and whatnot because she's a great vocalist and she does seem to catch people's attention. So yeah, I think that she's getting there, but I feel like people like Jasmine Sullivan and what's my girl? What is her name? It's like on the tip of my tongue, but I feel like she's getting snubbed. What is her name? Oh God, it's gonna drive me crazy now that I can't remember her name. She sings Pressure. She sings the song Pressure. What's her name? Because I be feeling like she be getting snubbed because she's amazing. It escapes me right now. Ari Lennox, thank you. I feel like Ari Lennox be getting snubbed. She's amazing. I feel that Ari is amazing. And I think that she definitely gets snubbed because she deserves a Grammy, especially for songs like Pressure and on and so forth. She is amazing. And I feel that Ari Lennox is so overlooked. I feel like she is so underrated. She's amazing. So I be feeling like she be getting snubbed. Summer Walker is a great songstress. I'm not gonna take that from her, but I don't feel like she's getting snubbed. You know, I mean, it's a Grammy. I mean, to me, that has a higher prestige than other awards. I feel like she's more so giving like BET Awards, Soul Train Award, Summer Walker, versus to giving like VMA Grammy type of situation. So yeah, I think she just needs to work a little bit harder. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. If they didn't choose her, I don't understand why her label and people mad. I mean, the management team mad at what? I mean, why are you mad? Just keep going. Like, she's not gonna get nominated just because she's Summer. She should be nominated. No, it don't work like that. But let's get into this because everybody coming here talking about some. While I'm talking about Nicki, Hollywood Unlocked, okay, and Twitter says no Grammy for Granny. Okay, I did not say that about Onika Mirage. Okay, that's my girl. I love Nicki. I did not say this. They said this, and it's also trending on Twitter. Okay, I did not say this. This is why it's in the title, because it is literally trending on Twitter, and there are people like Hollywood Unlocked and others are going around saying this about Nicki Minaj. Again, these are not my words. So, my fault. Let me go back. If you look at the top right here, they put basically a screenshot of it. Says trending hashtag no Grammy for Granny, and it had over 5,000 retweets already at that point in time, which I'm sure is way more because this was hours ago. Okay. And so yes, they are saying that on Twitter. I am not calling Nicki, I don't know what's going on my camera. I am not calling Nicki a granny. I am not doing that. Okay. Again, I love Nicki, and I don't look at her as a granny. I don't look at just because she's in her 40s. So what? Like, I did not start that hashtag. Okay. So let's get into it. So this is what people on Twitter are saying. I hate y'all so much. Hashtag no Grammy for Granny. And they putting up pictures of Nicki Minaj looking old. This is what they are doing on Twitter. I'm just letting y'all know what's going on in the world, Craig. They said, God don't like ugly grandma at Nicki Minaj. Hashtag no Grammy for Granny. Wow. Wow. Twitter is crazy. Hashtag no Grammy for Granny and hashtag no super freaky grandma. Is kind of funny, but Nicki's age isn't the problem. It's her behavior at her age. Also, the Grammys know her little cult artificially pumped the numbers for that trash song. Literally, nobody likes that song. This is what they're saying. Because I know they're saying in the screen, shout out to Natalie. And there's other people too that were sending me super chats. I'm so sorry. Shout out to y'all, though I love y'all. They're saying that Nicki didn't get picked for Grammys because of the confrontation that she had on social media with Lotto about Lotto being chose for certain categories over her, and Nicki's song being put into pop categories, and Nicki feels that pretty much her whole song was her rapping, so she should be put in the rap category, and a song like Lotto's Big Energy should be put into pop, which again, a lot of people looking at like, well, Nicki, she's complaining. I don't feel like that's necessarily complaining. It is true. Lotto's song is a pop song. It is more so of a pop versus to like rap, Super Freaky Girl, especially the first version, it was Nicki rapping through the song, like pretty much the whole song. Like, I mean, so I'm like, okay, I can see that. Fair argument is how I looked at it. I feel that the people in the comments and stuff made it bigger than what it was, made it look like Nicki was literally trying to throw shade at Lotto. And I don't really feel like she was throwing shade. I just feel like that was her honest opinion. Like, my song is definitely more rap than hers, but they're putting her song in rap categories and mine's in pop, when hers is more of a pop song, than mine. That's true. I mean, how is that her like coming for Lotto's neck. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. I just feel like people in the comments stuff made it 10 times worse than what it was. But this is the reason they're stating, well, from what I've been seeing online, is they're saying that that's the reason, basically, Nicki trying to tell the Grammys what to do and what category she should be in, and and whatnot, is the reason why she didn't get nominated for any Grammys. So again, that could be true, because again, with Drake, when he said that, what he said on stage about the Grammys, he has not been back since, pretty much, and has not been nominated. So I could definitely see that the Grammys feeling like, okay, well, you can't tell us what to do or tell us where we should put and who and what category. I see that. So but yeah, so this is what they're saying on Twitter. They're also saying all that crying for nothing, hashtag no Grammy for Granny. Girl. They said, imagine throwing a tantrum over submissions and end up not being nominated. Hashtag no Grammy for Granny. Wow. It's like how is she a grandma? Like, her son is like, what, 2? How is she a grandma? But it's like, whatever. But yeah, so this is hashtagging all over Twitter, and it is trending. There's something else I was going to pull up. So they say, is it fair social media reacts to Nicki Minaj being snubbed from Grammy nominations after heated rap category debate with Lotto? So then there's other people saying Nicki being the only female rapper without a Grammy is more iconic to me than her getting one. I don't know. And then another fan said, no way, Glorilla and Lotto get nominated for a Grammy, but Nicki Minaj didn't. The Grammys are so rigged. And then another fan says, I'm not even a Barb, and it's clear as day the Grammys have a personal and petty vendetta against Nicki Minaj. She's still making and breaking records and creating history in the rap game. She good. Sorry. Okay. Nicki Minaj to the Grammys in about 30 minutes. Sorry, just posting me. Left my ass off, not y'all trending. No Grammy for Granny. I love when they pay her minions back in their coins. It's the Grammys don't matter, except they want one desperately. Someone says, let's get serious for a moment. Why do y'all feel like the Grammys will validate Nicki so much when she's literally the highest selling female rapper? Question mark. Been carrying since the 2010s and still don't have one Grammy. Nothing has changed. She's still gonna be Nicki Minaj regardless. Big dot. Nicki really attacked Lotto for a hashtag Grammy submission and didn't even get nominated in any category. Hashtag Nicki Minaj, I don't want to be in a pop category. Hashtag Grammys, how about none? What do y'all think? Do y'all think it's fair that Nicki was not nominated for any Grammys? Do you guys, how do you guys feel about that? Do you guys think it's fair? I don't know. I say this. A lot of people state what, one of the other people stated in these not quotes, but messages or comments, my fault, that, Nicki is, a female rapper that does not have a Grammy, and that says more about her, especially her being one of the highest female selling and, rappers, to do it. So female rappers especially are leading the flock, if you will. So I don't know. I just feel like the Grammys does not validate people. I would agree with that. A Grammy does not validate an artist. There's just because people like Ari, SZA, Summer Walker, and others have not won a Grammy does not mean that they aren't talented. Like, they are extremely talented. And I mean, all that matters is that you're recognized for it. A Grammy is not going to establish anything. Is a Grammy a good look? I think it's a good accolade. I think it's, something as an artist to look back on your career and know that you've gotten and kind of makes you feel solidified. I guess. Um, any type of award is definitely going to be a standout memory. So maybe something like that. But validation, I don't think Grammys validate people. I don't. Before the land of social media, yeah, Grammys did validate people because that's when you were put on a broader scale for your accomplishments. But now, I mean, I don't feel like it's like that. You know, with social media taking over, I don't feel like the awards have the effect that they used to when it's like now the people are giving awards. You know, it's just like we the people are now awarding, you know, the artist, you know, that's just kind of how I feel, you know. Yeah, I just feel like we as social media are the judge and jury when it comes to who's hot and who's not the Grammys. The Grammys do not dictate that. They don't. And a lot of these blog rappers are the ones that are being noticed because they are blog rappers. You know, the Lottos, even like the Glorrillas and stuff like that. They've all trended due to going viral for certain things, you know, whatnot, due to the land of social media. You know, not ones like Nicki Minaj and Lil Kim and others that literally got it out of the paint, you know, that couldn't depend on a viral video, that couldn't depend on, you know, a fluke and basing their success off of it. You know, they have to, you know, hit the ground running. You know, the Queen Latifahs and Missy Elliott's and the Eves and the Foxy Browns and, you know, all of them, they have to hit the ground running. In this day and age, most of these rappers are known and are being nominated at the Grammys and stuff like that because of blogs, you know, and stuff like that. It's not off truly their talent. Most people know these rappers due to blogs versus their music. A lot of people like Nicki and Kandi and people like that, they're known for their music, you know. So it's like you know them by song and, you know, and all of that. But a lot of these new girls, they're a dime a dozen, and the majority of them are blog rappers, you know. So it's like they have attention because they're on blogs. If they were not on blogs, they would not be getting attention. Like the Tier Wax and, you know, the real great rapper, the Dreezys and people like that actually can spit, the ones that can really flow, the Young and Mays, you know, and stuff like that. They're not blog rappers. They're not always in a blog. They're not. So that's why they're not getting as much as attention as a Carisha, who ain't really even dropping no music and whatnot, but she's still listed as a rapper, you know, and whatnot. You know, Carisha from the City Girls, you know, the rapper Carisha instead of the girl that's over there on Revolt or that's always on a blog somewhere with, you know, Diddy, you know, or something like that. You know, not really being recognized for a talent, more so being recognized due to affiliation, you know, other stuff that they're doing. So again, there's a lot of rappers, because I feel like if people like Tier Whack and others were out here, you Ken the Man, and, you know, other female rappers out there, the ones that really aren't, you know, in the blogs for negative things and, you know, talking ish about people and going to beefing with people, and, you know, so those girls, the ones that's actually focused on the music, they're not getting any of their just due. They're not getting Grammy nominations or any of that. But do you hear them complaining? Like, I don't know. I mean, I think it just hit a little different, you know, when you got people that are actually talented that aren't being nominated for these things, that aren't complaining, versus the ones that are okay and are complaining. You know, I don't know. I just find that a little weird. That people, I don't know, I guess think that way. Yeah, I don't know. I find it weird because, again, there's a lot of girls out here that can flow, that can spit, and aren't getting their just due. They definitely aren't. But they also aren't willing to do what the other ones are willing to do, you know, to be seen, you know, to be out there, you know, like that. So a lot of these blog rappers are Grammy nominated. A lot of them. Because if not for social media, we wouldn't know who a Glorilla is. We wouldn't know who she was. Mm-mm. No. We wouldn't know who a Lotto is, even after leaving that show. Would you mind? We wouldn't. Social media is why we know the majority of these rappers that are placed on a pedestal, the Lil Babies and, you know, people like that. they're the birth of social media, you know, so it's a little different from the ones that actually, you know, was out at shows and camping out and, you know, handing out audition tapes and going back and forth to work. It's a little different than the ones that actually have to hit the ground running, instead of the ones that get on camera or get on a phone and do something, go viral for it, and then all of a sudden you got all these people calling you, you know, to get you to come and be, you know, a for the moment, you know, type of individual, versus the ones that actually have raw, natural talent. And you have the rappers that stand through the test of time. And Nicki, Kim, Foxy, a lot of those rappers, those are the ones that have to hit the ground running. Those are the ones that will stand through time. That they will stand through time. But a lot of these ones that's been nominated right now, we'll see. We'll see. So the ones that's calling Nicki a granny and stuff like that, hope that your fave lasts that long. Hope that your fave lasts that long. Just saying, Nicki's albums in the game, a legend. So, you know, if your fave ain't done what she's done, or at least on the verge of doing what she's done, there's no competition. Like that is, you know, dust is what Nicki should pay, if you ask me, to the situation. Because again, it's a lot of girls that's being nominated for these awards and have not reached none of the accomplishments that Nicki Minaj has underneath her belt. So that's why I feel like she should feel no type of way. I mean, feel some type of way about what? Like, you beat Aretha record. Like, none of these girls have done that. They're still struggling on their main singles, you know? I mean, because Lotto gonna ride Big Energy till the wheels fall off. Because there's no new, because what you gonna do next? Because you can't nominate for the same thing next year, girl. So where that next hit at, you know, type of situation. That's a lot of pressure, you know, on a lot of these girls, especially if they win. That's even more pressure. Now you're a Grammy Award winning artist. Everything you do needs to turn to platinum. And if it don't, waste it. We get her a Grammy for nothing. We gave her a Grammy for nothing. So that's pressure. You know, somebody like Glorilla just coming out, already being nominated for a Grammy. That's a lot of pressure. No different than an actor, first time in a movie, first movie to debut, and they already been nominated for like Oscars and stuff like that. That's a lot of pressure, you know, to add on somebody. And that's what they don't call these awards curses for no reason. They're a blessing and a curse at the same time. You know, so again, yeah, that's a lot of pressure. It's like, well, you won a Grammy already and you just came out? Oh, okay. Because the people we used to winning Grammys because they just came out, people like Michael Jackson and Whitney Houston and, you know, people like that, they were incredible. They had amazing bodies of work after that. Amazing bodies of work. So it was earned, you know. It's how we looked at it, like, oh, okay, Michael Jackson won. Okay, now look, you know, he did Off the Wall first, got nominated, then he did, you know, okay, I can see why. You know, he won a Grammy. You know, I can see why. So a lot of these people that's just coming out, that's a lot of pressure to be, you know, winning a Grammy for doing little to no work. And you coming out doing something that artists been out here for years, decades even, and they haven't even got one yet, but you fresh out the stable and you already, oh, okay, it's a lot of pressure. So I was saying earlier that I feel like the Barbs and other people are upset with the wrong people when they talk about the Grammys. Because I feel that instead of doing research, people just blame the Grammys. There's a process. The Grammys don't just say no to songs. The songs are voted on after they are submitted, okay? And the Academy is the one that votes. So just this year alone, besides the ones that are already in the Academy, the Recording Academy has elected 19 new leaders in its 22 to 23 National Board of Trustees. Now, these are the people that literally get to vote on who wins Grammys, right? So effective today, the newly selected trustees joined the Academy's midterm trustees, including national officers, Tammy Hurt, Chair, Rico Love, Vice Chair, and Omas Keith, is that how you say that? Omas Keith, Secretary Treasurer, and Christine Albert, Chair According to the announcement in partnership with CEO Harvey Mason Jr., the Board of Trustees strategically guides and shapes the mission of and policies of the Academy and its commitment to promote diversity, equality, equity, and inclusion, fight for creators' rights, protect music, people in need, preserve music history, and invest in its future, yada, yada. Now let's get to the damn list. So here's the list from 2020 of the 2023 of Recording Academy National Board of Trustees. Yolanda Adams. Look, Yolanda Adams. Yolanda did not vote for Nicki Minaj, y'all. Why y'all ain't cussing out Yolanda? Why ain't cussing for Yolanda? Yolanda Adams did not vote for Super Freaky Girl. No, she did not. Chuck Elaine. Okay. Christine Alberts. Oh, there was somebody else. Black. Oh, Bun B. Look, y'all. Bun B was submitted into the trustees this year that could vote. Bun B didn't even vote for Nicki Minaj. Bun B didn't vote for her. Yolanda Adams didn't vote for her. Why y'all ain't mad at them? But y'all just want to be mad at the Grammys. You know that these people have to vote. Like, these people vote. This is the new list of inductees from this year. For this year. Bun B is definitely on the list. Jennifer Blakeman, Evan Bogart, Tracy Gershon, Chelsea Green, Beth Cohen, Samantha Cox, Doug Emery, Anna Frick, Dave Cobb, Alex E. Chavez, Ferdy Cauldron, David Gross, Jordan Hamlin, John Legend, PJ Morton. Why John Legend ain't vote for Nicki Minaj? Why Rico Love ain't vote for Nicki Minaj? These people could have voted for her. Why they vote for her? Why folk come? Why folk come? And the black votes is that's what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I see 5 black people right here. 5 black people. No, that's 5 votes right there. Hello. Because why folk come John Legend or Bun B or Yolanda ain't vote for Nicki, y'all? And there's other black people on the list too. Yes. Bishop Morton's son, PJ Morton is on the list. So they definitely could have voted for a Super Freaky Girl. They chose not to. I was like, wow, Bun B, you can hold her down, P.O.P. for Nicki Minaj? You ain't think Bun B didn't feel like Nicki Minaj should be nominated? John Legend didn't feel like Nicki Minaj should be nominated? Rico Love? No. PJ Morton? No. They all said no. So again, you can't just blame the Grammys. No, people get to vote. Now, when it comes to the people that's gonna win, who knows? That's probably rigged. But when it comes to the nominations, I do think that they take everybody's vote into consideration. I do think they do that. They can have Nicki Minaj be nominated and her still just not win. But these people, and there's other people that are part of the Academy, it's not just these people. But so there's plenty of other people that could have voted for her and did not vote for Nicki to be placed in the nominations. So I just feel like why not go ask like John Legend and Yolanda Adams and Bun B. Like, why don't y'all vote? Why folk come y'all and vote for Nicki Minaj? Y'all don't like her? Y'all don't like Nicki? Y'all don't like Nicki? because you're not allowed to say who you voted for, I don't believe. But I do think that you can still talk about it. So if like Bun B wanted to come forward, like definitely wanted to see Nicki nominated, or something like he could definitely have said something like that and not like go against the Grammys, but at the same time let her know that he was supporting her, or Yolanda or John Legend. None of them have said a word. have said a word. Now, like I said, with the choosing the winners, that who I do feel like that could be a little rigged. They're gonna let win who they want to win, type of situation. But a nomination is a nomination. So I do believe that they let them have a say when it comes to who's going to be nominated. I do think that their votes do count, because it's pointless to have a committee of a whole bunch of people who votes just don't matter. So it's like we'll let them think that they're choosing when we're really in control the whole time. It's how I look at it. We'll let them have it. They can choose these people and have these people placed in these nominations, but we're going to put the nominee in there that we want, that we're going to have win. So the other people that's nominated, those are due to the voting, is how I feel. But the people they want to win is, they're going to have their person in that nomination, the Grammys, rigged, basically, allegedly, in who they want to take that Grammy home, type of situation. But they will let the people think that they are having a choice in the matter by letting them help choose the nominations. It's no different with me. I do shows on Station Head and we nominate people that is going to be discussed, but overall I'm choosing who wins. Like I'm choosing who's going to be discussed. At the end of the day, like it's up to me, type of situation, but I will take the nominations into consideration, type of, so that's, I feel like the Grammys do the same thing, like, yeah, we'll take your nominations into considerations. Yeah. But we're not, no. None of those people are going to win. This person is going to win. So it's like, yeah, you guys can nominate Adele and, Doja Elf, and all that stuff. But Harry Styles is the one that's going to win. Because, yeah, we want him to win. We know. Type of situation. So, yeah, I definitely feel that way about the Grammys. I do think they're probably rigged in that way, but Nicki Minaj not being nominated is due to the people that choose the nominations not choosing her. That's how I look at it. The board didn't choose her. They didn't choose her. That's how I look at it. The board, Bun B, Yolanda Adams, PJ Morton, John Legend, ain't none of them pick Super Freaky Girl. Because they could have at least had her be a nominee. Even if she wasn't going to win, she still could have been nominated. They didn't even want that. They didn't even zooty. They didn't even zooty. They didn't even zooty. That's how I look at it. So, yeah, it is what it is. But that's what I'm saying, like, to just say Grammys. Now, I don't feel like the Grammys is not responsible necessarily for Nicki not being nominated. I feel that is the Academy. The Academy did not nominate Nicki to be in the nominations for the Grammys. Now, I don't think the Grammys, due to, certain situations that, who knows, maybe they, I don't think they would have actually given her a Grammy at all. But I don't think that they would have minded her being nominated because she was in the conversation when the music was being submitted. They were placing her in categories and, stuff like that. So if they didn't want her at all, they wouldn't even been placing her in categories. After that, the Academy chooses the nominations. So that means that after Nicki submitted her songs and they were placed in the categories that they were going to be voted on to be placed in nominations, Nicki didn't get no votes from the Academy. So that means that the people in the Academy don't like Nicki Minaj. People like Bun B, Yolanda Adams, John Legend, people like they that could have voted for her, but they did not vote for Nicki. Okay? They didn't want Nicki to win. Okay? Because it's a simple vote. All you got to do is vote. All you got to do is be like, Nicki, super freaky girl. That's all they have to do. None of them did that. None of them. So you can't blame that on the Grammys. You got to blame that on the Academy because they are all free thinkers. They're all free thinkers. Because if all of them chose Nicki Minaj, they would be out. There would be some type of outrage. Like it wouldn't work right. Just like with Harry Styles being chosen, a lot of people in that Academy voted for Harry. A lot of people did. A lot of people voted for Adele. A lot of people voted for Beyonce. A lot of people voted for Lizzo. Yay. Yay. That's what happened. So, I mean, it is what it is. The Academy does not like Nicki, is what I'm getting. I'm sure the Grammys probably too. You know, maybe the Grammys too. But I know for a fact that the Academy don't like her because they did not nominate her. They did not. They absolutely did not. So yes. What y'all think? Let me jump into our comments. Yolanda is wifey. Yolanda, look, she on the list. She didn't vote for Nicki. She didn't vote for Nicki. Tawana Inspired says, I know Nicki been blackballed. Y'all think that she been blackballed, y'all? I mean, they did let her be, you know, at least put up in the categories for nominations. DL says, I don't feel bad for her, and I actually like Nicki's music. Well, that was mean. That was mean. Standalone said, because Super Freaky Girl is a trash song. Ooh, Standalone, that was mean too. That was mean. EMS said they said John looked like Arthur. Ooh. I did see somebody in the chat said that. Shrinky Shannon said, I need to ask PJ why. Yeah, y'all need to ask PJ why. Why folk come y'all ain't vote for Nicki? Why ain't vote for Nicki? EJ said Nicki acting like Crystal. Y'all be nice to Nicki. I think she should have been nominated. Yes, why you think that Cappuccino hoe came for Nicki? She wanted industry favor. Oh, he's talking about Lotto. Oh, not Cappuccino. Renaissance wasn't all of that. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. It was amazing. Yes, it was. You tried it. Casey said Super Freaky Girl is trash. I like Super Freaky Girl. I like, and it come on the radio a lot because I listen to XFM or XM on in my car, and they play Super Freaky Girl a lot and Glorilla song. Her and Cardi song, her and Cardi song, no, especially the feature with Cardi. That is always on. It's always on. Tomorrow the remix is always on. But Super Freaky Girl, they play it a lot. They play Super Freaky Girl a lot. I ain't gonna lie, I do like the song. I do too. I like Super Freaky Girl. Only Crystal had a valid point, but Nicki not so much. Sugar Sharon said Renaissance was the best album since Sliced Bread. It definitely deserves album of the year. Facts. Renaissance was incredible. I love Renaissance. I don't know what's going on with the song Heated on the album right now because they're trying it. But I love Renaissance. I think Renaissance was great. A breath of fresh air. Loved it, loved it, loved it. All Things Nella said, it's if all of the Black people say yes, would that be enough? Enough for what? Enough for what? Alicia said, I only like the hook for the song because it resonates. Yeah, I like these comments. Blame it on Nicki. She did it to herself. You can't treat people like trash and expect to be praised, period. It does not matter who you are. I don't really, but who was she treating like trash? Are you guys talking about Lotto? Are you talking about Lotto? Was she treating Lotto like trash? Because I don't feel like she did too much when it came to the grant. I mean, I don't know. It's a lot. I kind of hope Kendrick wins it. Yeah, I hope Kendrick wins too. I love Kendrick Lamar. I love Kendrick. Just because y'all don't like SFG. Who's that? Doesn't mean it should. Oh, Super Freaky Girl. It doesn't mean it shouldn't be nominated. Right. I like Super Freaky Girl though, so I'm not gonna say it wasn't nominated because she got into it with Lotto. I'm not going to say that because it's a high chance. But I don't know. I think it should have. I don't know. I don't know. It's a tricky situation because I feel like if Nicki didn't say anything about the nominations or anything like that, I feel like she'd be fine. Honestly, I feel like everything would have been fine. And then it was like the people that were saying like, oh, when Nicki's pretty much lined up for a Grammy, you know, she's basically getting all the things she deserves, like getting the Vanguard Award at the VMAs and all of that. So she was basically geared up for getting a Grammy. And now it's just like, now that she's not, now people are cool saying that, oh, well, she doesn't need a Grammy anyway. She's this, she's that. And then it's like, well, then why were y'all so damn excited for her to win the Grammy if the Grammy didn't matter in the first place now that she's not nominated? I don't know. So it's a lot of back and forth for me. Freaky Girl was a good rap song. I agree. I liked it. Good does not equal great. Agreed. I believe she still pulled her. Who? What? If we had more better award platforms for us, they wouldn't have an issue. To a certain degree, because I mean, there's always going to be an argument. It's always going to be this person deserves it over that person type of situation. Janice says, y'all don't know who she treats like what. Shut up. Y'all be having opinions like y'all know these people personally, LOL. True. Y'all do be talking like y'all just got off the phone with Nicki. Y'all do be doing that. Y'all do be doing that. Her husband is blocking her blessings. She said the Grammys means everything in this video. Who, Nicki? Because I don't know. I think that again, I don't think Grammys validate an artist. I mean, I feel like if you have talent, that's all that matters. That's all that matters at the end of the day. Y'all, TMZ said for real? I'm not gonna let me go look. Let me go look. Y'all know me. Hold on, I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Let me go to it on Instagram. Is it on Instagram? Because I'm going over to Instagram. Weird. Is there arresting him? Okay. Blueface arrested for a warrant for attempted murder. What? Like, we need more. We need more. I'm gonna have to look into this. We need more. But yeah, oh, my camera is blurred. That is so annoying. Hold on, I gotta fix this. Actually, no, I'm just ending right here because it's already going on 2 hours. Okay, so y'all want to go on Station Head? We can go over on Station Head and talk about this Blueface thing. I want to know what happened. I'm nosy. Okay, yeah, we're about to just go over to Station Head. Thank y'all so much. I love y'all. Thank y'all so much for supporting your boy SeanDavieWay. We'll be live again tomorrow. This is our live week, so we'll be live again tomorrow. But until then, I love you guys so much. Thank you for joining me. Thanks for all the super chats and stickers and all that good stuff. I love you all. Until the next show, bye.
Fresh, flex.